Hey, so I'm going to show you today how I use my GoalZero solar panels and the battery bank to work outside indefinitely. Basically, as long as there's sunlight, I can be outside all day. I don't have to worry about the power outlet, just have to have Wi-Fi. If I have my phone, I can use my hotspot, self-contained. So this has been great because this is the pandemic and a lot of people don't feel comfortable meeting in an office. They want to meet somewhere, ideally outside, but a coffee shop for me tends to be perfect. So I can be here all day. I can schedule multiple meetings. People can come meet me if I have to, meet with landlord-tenant clients or want to sell some go bags. People can come here. We can keep our distance, and I can work all day. I don't have to worry about sharing the outlet. And in fact, I can generate so much solar power that I'm happy to loan out battery chargers for people that need to top off their phone, need to keep their tablets plugged in, whatever, while I'm charging once all my devices are topped up. Since I'm generating more wattage than I'm consuming, I have energy to spare. So I can charge up these portable power banks, loan them out, no problem. These are 3-in-1 USB cables. It'll charge everything. So let me give you a quick tour of, it looks a little OCD. You don't have to use both solar panels. I'm just trying to maximize the amount of wattage I can generate. And, the energy's free, doesn't cost anything to put up another panel. Maybe it looks a little unconventional, but I am unconventional to say the least, and I get unconventional results. So here's a look of how this is set up. So first of all, here I have the secondary monitor, and what this allows me to do is share my screen. So when I'm by myself, I use this as a second display. So it just extends onto the second monitor, and that works really great. So I have a dual monitor setup when I'm working at a coffee shop. And that works great, if you're trying to transcribe a PDF document, for example, if you're trying to do a Zoom chat or a presentation and you want to see, one screen for what your users are seeing and the other screen for what your notes are. Right now, it's a mirrored display. So I would use this if I am meeting with a client. And basically, I would just turn this around. It also works wirelessly. It doesn't have to be plugged in. I was just charging it from the MacBook Air. And then now, I'll keep it aimed here so you can actually see what the user sees. But what the user sees is the exact mirror of what I'm looking at. So we don't have to sit side by side. They can sit on the other side of the table. And then, if I want to bring up a presentation, like, an AB 3088, which is, California's landlord-tenant law. California, it's the COVID Tenants Relief Act. And I can't open it right now, but that would allow them to sit across from me and see what I see. And that works fantastically. So let me show you how I have the solar panels set up. And, I got the dogs chilling here. They're just napping. They get out of the house. And, of course, you get the vitamin D being outside. Definitely helps with just the mundane aspect of working by yourself. All right, so the solar panel that I primarily rely on is the Nomad 28. But if you want to give it a boost, you can daisy chain. So this is a secondary solar panel. So this one feeds into that. So now you're really boosting your solar capacity. If you wanted to just keep them separate, you could just use one of them to charge a separate battery bank. But I have them both tied in together, so I'm generating a lot more wattage than I otherwise would. Let me turn the light here. So here's my Sherpa 100, and this is the central power bank. I have everything running through here. So it's also like a battery conditioner. I don't have to worry about the voltage spikes for solar generation. If you're just charging from the sun, you're going to get different rates of charge, but here it's quite consistent. So let me show you. Right now, if we just plug in this, well, right now these are daisy chained, and that also gives me a little bit more of an extension. And you'll see it start to ramp up and start to fluctuate, as the solar energy changes. So it's going up to 13, Now it's 14. I don't know if the refresh rate is going to allow you to view this, but it's at 17 now. Now it's at 18. And, you know, periodically just adjust these so it's facing directly into the sunlight. The thing I like about the Nomad 28, it has its own kickstand. But the more you can get it, you know, to stand upright and be directly facing the sun, you know, find that optimal angle, the better. Let's see where we're at right now. So we're at 35 watts, 36 watts. We are outputting, you know, 34 watts. So this will hold steady. See, time to empty, 10.6 hours. We could work like this for over 10 hours, 11 hours now. And that's pretty great because, you know, again, I apologize for the refresh rate. I don't know if you're going to see this in 24 frames per second, but we are charging all of these things at once. So we have our MacBook Air, we have the iPad, we also have this plugged into this power bank. So we're charging this power bank from solar right now. And that's probably hard for you to see. It says 76% charged. And while we're charging the power bank, we're also charging the phone and 2 sets of GoPro batteries. So what I tend to do is, you know, go a little overkill, but while the sun is out, while I'm generating, I just want to get everything topped off. You know, I've kind of commandeered this space, but nobody wanted this table because it's away from all of the outlets. And that works great for me because it's also away from everybody else. So, you know, I have the chair set up. So when somebody comes here and they want to meet at the coffee shop and they want to do a little consultation, as you can see here, I have my screen mirrored. So whatever I do on my screen, they will see. See that cursor's moving? So I could show them a presentation, I could go over documents, and they can sit over here, I can sit over there, and we're good. The main thing is I can be here all day till they kick me out, just, you know, keep buying coffees and snacks, so support the business. But this computer will stay charged all day long. It's at 89%. It's actually charging. I had it unplugged earlier, and it'll show you the charging rate. So wattage, 60 watts. I'm charging at 60 watts right now. And this was at 70 something percent earlier. So, you know, this is all from the sun. And using the battery packs, you know, it's a little overkill for an urban environment, but the more you use these tools, the more you practice with them, the more you realize, you know, what your weak points are so you can address them before you go camping or before there's an actual emergency and you have to generate your own power. And you get more comfortable and you get more efficient with just using what you need, getting rid of what you don't. A couple other minor tips. You know, I can keep going all day with these green bars. I love these things. It gives me the vegetables I need. But just getting out of the house, I can sit here for a lot longer and stay focused than I can indoors or in an office. You know, I got my mask. Figured out a pretty neat way to carry a mask just on the carabiner. Keeps the face side covered, and it's always just a handy way to carry the mask so it's not in your pocket getting dirty. But yeah, I'm an eccentric guy. Let me show you how this looks when you are actually extending your display. So right now you see this is blank. And if I want to just extend my desktop, for example, let's say I want to move this over here. So now I have an extended display. And the easy way to do that is just go up here to the sidecar view, change it to use a separate display. If I go to mirror, then the client, whoever I'm with, will see exactly what I see. I'm saying if I mirror it, they'll see exactly what I see. If I use a separate display, then they will have a different display. And this also works fantastically well for Final Cut Pro. If you edit using Final Cut Pro for video, having a separate monitor is really crucial. So you can have a separate timeline view. It's just great for not just transcribing documents from PDFs, but all kinds of multimedia applications. All right, so that's my portable office.